Good morning. It's April 14th. This is To My Liberal Friends. I'm coming to you from somewhere out in the ocean off the coast of Mexico. Republicans are trying to find solutions to the tax bill that's before them. There are many provisions that should be included in a new bill, and there are some that should be jettisoned. They need to adopt a plan that takes away Democratic talking points. What Democrats will say, no matter what they pass, is that's a bill that benefits the wealthy and punishes the middle class and lower income people. But they would be wrong. But they will say it anyway, and the media will repeat it, and a significant number of people will believe it. The one issue that seems to be off the table once again is entitlements. Social Security and Medicare have become the third rail of politics, and both parties are afraid to even discuss reforms, let alone actually engage in reforming the programs. I don't think there's anyone that's not realized that we have to do something about the entitlement programs, but every time they're brought up, it becomes a political morass. Democrats immediately say Republicans are trying to end the program or privatize Social Security. Even when Republicans say that the two programs are off the table with respect to changes, the Democrats keep saying false statements claiming they're trying to end it. There are some things that should be done if Social Security is going to be stabilized. If politicians keep ignoring the problem, it may be too late. Projections are that the fund will begin to run out of money around 2032, and benefits will have to be cut around 20%. Now, we could learn something from our neighbors to the north. Every 3 years, the Office of Chief Actuary of Canada, an independent federal body that assesses the state of the plan, the most recent review, completed in December of 2022, concluded that their pension plan will continue to be sustainable for 75 years and beyond. In Canada, they invest their retirement, meaning their Social Security, in multiple ways. Unlike the U.S. that invests solely in government bonds, in Canada, the investments are like these: 8% into infrastructure, 8% in real estate, 13% in credit notes, 12% in government bonds, 28% in public equities, and 31% in private equities. By diversifying how they invest the funds, including the bulk of it in non-government markets, the Canadian system is on sounder footing than our own Social Security system. That means we have to make some major changes. But anytime you say the word privatize, Democrats start saying it will mean the end of the program. But I would recommend some important changes and reforms to the program. One, we should look at the Canadian system and invest those funds in a more diversified portfolio so the funds will grow at a better rate. It does not mean that we're privatizing the system, simply that we're using the private markets to help stabilize the current system we have. When the Social Security Act was written in the 1930s, the median death age in the United States was about 65. So I'm going to propose a couple of new changes, because today that number is north of 76. The facts are that we live and work longer. Under the program, you can start drawing benefits at age 62, and if you wait until age 70, you receive your maximum benefit. It's about an 8% a year increase. When you take your benefits, depends on a couple of important things. First, if you need the money, you'll be forced to take it earlier, but if you do not, you're better off waiting. Second, you have to look at how long you think you're going to live. If you live past 81, then you should wait as long as possible. So my first major change, based on new lifespans, is that we change those ages that are currently 62 and 70, we change them to 65 and 72. And we would phase them in over an 8-year period, similar to how the full retirement age was phased in Social Security. A few months a year. Democrats will immediately say that you're making people to work too long, but guess what? They're already by either necessity or choice. I personally waited until I was age 70 to start taking my benefits. Once you get the changes made, I would increase the amount of income tax under FICA. This year, it's the first $176,100. I would increase that to $300,000 and keep it indexed. Republicans are going to scream this is a tax increase. They would be right, but only on those making more than $176,000, and that's not the majority of Americans. So if you get both sides complaining, you must be doing something right. And these minor changes, coupled with a new approach in how the funds are invested, would more than likely get the program through the boomers, which I'm one, and help to ensure that Social Security is there for each and every citizen that contributes to the program, and that means everybody as we're going forward. It's something they need to do. This has been To My Liberal Friends. Thanks for listening.